How can older performers and artists overcome the pressure to build a new audience? Welcome to the School of Self-Worth Live, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sam Osborne, the Self-Worth guy. A little bit of an itchy nose. Today is episode number 197, and I'm replying to a question from Christine. Shout out to Christine. And she wanted to know, how can older performers and artists overcome the pressure to build a new audience? And the one thing I want to say about that is that a worthy person will always find a new audience. A worthy person will always be able to attract a crowd because you have something of value. If you hold yourself to have worth and you tap into that and you're proud of that and you share it lovingly in a spirit of service, you're going to attract a new audience no matter your age. Now, I'm also going to talk about a couple of things here because Christine was talking about one of her concerns was that she wasn't what she was when she was in her early 20s. She doesn't look as hot, as she puts it, and she doesn't have the physical strength as much anymore. Now, she didn't say her age, but clearly she's not that age anymore. So maybe you're a little bit older performer and artist, and you're wondering, well, how can I overcome the pressure to build an audience, a new audience, now that you're a little bit older and you're still performing and you're still an artist? Remember, a worthy person always will find a new audience, and I want you to remember that it doesn't matter what you look like. You can be, in your opinion, you could be unattractive. You could be thinking that there's something wrong with the way you look, but it doesn't matter to your audience. What matters to your audience is the value you give to them. And it doesn't matter what your age is. In fact, the older you get, the more value you have, I believe, because you can pass on what you have learned. Just because you're older doesn't mean that it's going to be difficult to create a new audience. Not as much as you think, because you have a lot to offer. Something more than what you did when you were young, because you now have more experience and a greater appreciation for the performance or the performing arts that you are involved in. You have a lot more knowledge, a lot more connections. You have a lot more value to offer, put it that way. Doesn't matter how old you are. If you are a worthy person and you care about serving your audience, you will attract a new audience. That is the bottom line. The last thing I just want to really emphasize is it matters on whether you want to serve people or not. So if you want to serve people, that makes you a worthy person, and you will always find an audience. People can smell that a mile away. They can detect someone who cares about their audience or cares about people, about their craft, about their performance. So don't feel that there is pressure to build a new audience if you are an older performer and artist. Yes, you might have to learn social media. You might have to learn to put yourself out there onto new technology platforms, but that's how it goes. A worthy person is not afraid of serving their audience. So if you are caring about your vision and what you value, and if you value your audience, you will be prepared to endure the pain to build a new audience, and you'll do it in a spirit of love, of generosity, and you'll probably end up having a lot of fun, no matter your age and no matter what you think your body looks like. So remember, a worthy person will always find an audience. And if you've enjoyed this video, I've got a free gift for you. It's called the Self-Confidence Starter Kit. It's for performers and artists, and you can get it at samosborne.com/starter kit. If you've got a question about imposter syndrome, which is self-doubt despite ongoing success or despite evidence of ongoing success, I'd love to hear your comments and questions. I can make a video for you. And remember, if you want to overcome the pressure of building a new audience, no matter your age, no matter what you look like, remember that a worthy person always attracts an audience.